I believe in the capacity of humanity to solve our problems, and I believe very strongly that business as an institution is best equipped to drive innovation. I want to have a place where my children and their children have the opportunity to live the kind of life that I've lived.
Corporations and large branded entities see this as a huge opportunity in the 21st century.
Didn't we go through this already? Didn't Milton Friedman prove that the business's only responsibility should be make money?
But the sustainable brands of today are making money, in fact more than ever. As a recent book titled Green Giants points out, there are now at least 9 companies producing over $1 billion in annual revenue from a business line with sustainability or social good at its core. So we sat down with global thought leaders to better understand the connection between purpose and profits. What we learned was the important perspective professional services leaders and fiduciaries like CPAs and CFOs can bring to the table for sustainable growth.
When you look through sustainability lenses, you see things different. You see different opportunities. You see different customers, you see different products. There are a large number of companies that when they look for something sustainable, they see a niche that's not being taken. If you're going up head to head with, say, one of the big consumer packaged goods companies, it's difficult to find a place to do a regular old product that they haven't taken and created lots of products around, advertised on, done work in for decades. But you have all of these little companies that some of them which grew kind of big, like Method or Burt's Bees or Tom's of Maine, that took these categories, but took a little bit of a different look at them. And that created the opportunity for growth.
We also found a number of ways purpose-driven initiatives can directly impact the bottom line while increasing brand value.
We got into building a solar panel on the roof of our company, so now we do about 85% of our electric usage is generated by the solar panels. We're doing another program with our employees on employee health. Basically, you do a survey, you benchmark your employees, and then you roll out initiatives for improving their overall health. It has a value because it could reduce our health insurance plan, but it really has a value because if you have healthy employees, everybody's motivated.
So now, if someone goes to a CPA and say, okay, hypothetically, how many people within the context of your portfolio sell to a public company? And if they say, I don't know, well, that might not be bad. It's also opportunistic. Because they have to, if they are selling to a public company, they have to sustain, no pun intended, but they have to maintain equilibrium relative to the mandates of that audit. And it's a great way to develop business.
401k plans don't always have great choices for investing in the future. So one of the things that we do at HIP is apply our 29,000 investment ratings to rate the mutual fund choices inside a 401k. Millennials, which are one of the largest segments of most employers, actually skip the 401k in 80% of the time. But by applying the HIP sustainability ratings to the 401k, we can get the millennials to participate at rates of 80, 90, 100%.
There's this underlying premise that the cash flow streams of a business are sustainable, that they're going to go on for infinity. If they're not, then you're going to naturally have a lesser value. So if companies can make sustainable investments that will show investors that this company is going to thrive into the future indefinitely, that reduces investor risk, and investors are willing to pay more for that particular asset or that particular equity investment. And that's really how sustainability kind of ties back to value, and that's why it's important.
Sustainable Brands conferences or any events are absolutely top shelf because they ask the right questions.
The New Metrics conference is just, exciting for anyone who's in the data geek world.
To help organizations understand what they're investing in and how that could actually be used in business development with their customers.
And they bring in the best people from all over the world to talk to you and give information.
Helping companies move out of this mindset that this is non-financial and therefore not measurable.
And so this is almost a must-have.
Personally, my philosophy is that change is imminent, growth is optional. And if we can't be part of the mix, then we're not going to be able to help connect those proverbial dots.
Like most others at Sustainable Brands New Metrics, understanding how the dots are being connected is what we came for. And in that pursuit, we found more than enough confirmation that CPAs and professional services leaders can be the gatekeepers that help bridge the gap between purpose and profits, growth and meaningful change.